Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, I was having some issues, as you saw there, trying to start this thing, and it's always something. It's like, what's going on now? Well, I shouldn't say that. It's always something. I've had this machine for a good year now, and I've never had an issue with it. But remember, a couple videos ago, I was taking this little trip out to a lake, and my key fob was blinking. Remember that? If you follow my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I had this key fob indicator that was blinking on my console. So I thought naturally, well, the key fob or the batteries are probably going bad, their original batteries. And it didn't really, I didn't put too much thought into it. So I bought a couple CR 2032 wafer batteries, a pack of 4 off Amazon, right? Replaced them. And the first time I was out, believe it or not, I had the same issue with the key fob indicator blinking on my console, on the ADV 150 I'm talking. So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm thinking, well, maybe since I replaced the batteries, maybe there's one of the key fobs kind of going defective or something. So I put it in the house, and a couple of days went by. I got the second key fob that I have. I went for a ride, and sure enough, no blinky key fob light on the display. So I'm like, okay, well then I must have a flaky key fob. That's strange. I wonder if Honda, has a warranty program for something like that. Probably not, since it's over a year old, So anyway, all these things are going through my head. Well, this latest episode that you just saw there, I went to start the bike and it wouldn't start. And when I finally got it started, my key fob light's blinking again. So you know what happened? Do you have any guesses yet? It involves the key fob, kinda, but not really. What happened is when I run my 12 volt charger, USB charger through the 12 volt socket on the bike, it causes the key fob light to blink. Why? I have no idea. And I don't know if it's because it's draining too much battery juice, or if that's just a normal thing for when you plug in the 12 volt socket, that maybe it's an indicator that you have something plugged into the 12 volt. I don't know. I can't find it. I have to look at the manual closer, but I shouldn't say I can't find it. I haven't really researched it too much. So my key fobs are okay, I think. Long story short, I haven't ridden with my 12 volt charger to my phone ever since that trip. So I thought my key fobs were okay, or when I switched it out, I thought my key fob was bad, one of them. Well, I just think it was just because I didn't have nothing plugged into my 12 volt. So now I think that's the issue. Either it's my 12 volt USB charger adapter, or it's too much juice on the battery and the bike itself. So my question to you guys, anyone that has an ADV 150, plug in your cigarette lighter, I call it a cigarette lighter, your 12 volt, showing my age, plug in your 12 volt charger on your bike and hook a phone up to it and ride and see if your key fob indicator blinks. Because if it does, and that's just kind of I think maybe an indicator that you have something plugged into the socket so you don't forget about it, maybe. I don't know. So that was a little revelation I just had. Why? And so now, I'm driving this bike, right? And you can see my key fob indicator blinking. So now I'm worried that if I go anywhere and I stop, will I be able to stop, start it again? So I don't want to ride like that. I don't want to have that paranoia, because I had a bike when I was in my early 20s that fouled plugs left and right. So I was always breaking down on the road, calling the Y, hey, come get me again. It's like pain in the ass. So that was my last adventure with bikes. And then I bought this thinking, hey, I'm never going to have issues with this. It's going to be reliable. So it's bringing back this PTSD of having this bike that always was having issues. So I hope that's not the case. So yeah, I don't think it is. It's just one of those things. So learning a lot today on this ride. And so let me know about the key fob, or plug something into your 12 volt. Let me see how that goes for you. Again, maybe it's the adapter I'm using. I have no idea where I got it. Maybe it's a cheap one. Maybe you need a certain kind. I'm using a thicker wire for my USB cable for my phone. It's an Android, so maybe it's the 3.0 technology that's too fast. I don't know. I'm just trying to get ideas out there. And I don't even know if I guess you can call Honda about something like that, but we'll see. Anyway, hopefully the video looks better for you. Another thing I've done was I did an upgrade on the firmware of my GoPro camera, because I was doing a little research why my colors were looking drab and stuff, and I came across the video, of course, on YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. I learn everything from this platform. It's amazing. So there was a firmware update actually a couple years ago, because I have the GoPro Hero 6 Black, and yeah, I did a firmware update. You basically go to this website, download the firmware. There's instructions with it. You put it on one. You just copy it over to a micro USB micro flash drive that you put in your GoPro camera, and you turn it on, and it reads that data and it updates the firmware. It's actually a really simple process. And so now it looks like when I'm playing back this video footage, my colors are crisper, brighter. You know, I also made another adjustment to my camera, so it's a combination of the two, I think. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the video quality after I did my firmware update. My camera was just looking rough, man. It was looking drab and dreary, and so maybe that helped. And I did increase my light sensitivity, the ISO they call it, to a little higher, a couple notches higher, so it compensates for lower light. Now this is kind of like later evening. This is like after 5 p.m. at night, maybe 6 p.m. at night. And so the sun, because it's getting later in the year, the sun here in Ohio, southern Ohio, is, you know, we're approaching fall here in another month. So this is a really nice time to be on a bike. Is kind of, you know, in the evening, you know, late summer. It's starting to get cooler a little bit. Thankfully, we had a cooler last couple of days, and it's been beautiful. So yeah, the skies are clear. It's really bright, and I'm pleased with the blues and the color in the sky. And I'm not, you know, I'm going to adjust the video a little bit within my software, but not much. I don't have to, thankfully, now. So let me see. Let me take a breather here, and what else do I have to tell you? Let me think. So yeah, another thing I wanted to say is the channel itself, been getting a lot of good feedback from some of the people that leave comments, and that's really cool. Like I said, this is what makes YouTube channels really enjoyable. The feedback that I get, because I learn in that process. You know, and I get a lot of good ideas, you know, thanks to one of my YouTube friends. They found that my left brake lever seems like it's going in quite far. There's a lot of play in it. Sure enough, I haven't adjusted that yet, but that was a good notice. And I you know, there's things that I don't even notice is really cool that people notice, you know, when they're watching the videos. So yeah, I noticed, like, once he said that, I'm like, you know what? I do have a lot of play in my left brake lever. Like it's almost hitting my handle grip when it's closed all the way. So, you know, there's an adjustment for that I learned, and I'm going to try that maybe this weekend. So yeah, the feedback's been great, and keep it coming. Trying to get some ideas for the video, and doing a lot of testing right now with the windscreen. By the way, that brings up another topic. The windscreen is this is the new one here I got on this video, and yeah, I'm still pleased with it. You know, after about a couple days of riding this here and there, I didn't record everything, but I'll just get out and ride around the neighborhoods and, you know, the back roads, and it really, at low speeds, it's really, really enjoyable because you don't feel that wind at all. So I could do this all day long, and, you know, I might even be able to talk without the, you know, the wind noise now that I got the screen. Maybe I can try that, but it's still going to be, I mean, this GoPro camera mic is horrible. It picks up all this crap. It's not, the GoPro camera technology with the built-in audio is garbage, you know, and I think GoPro understands that. So they came out with a GoPro mod for the, I think it's the GoPro 9 or 8 or 9 and above. There's like an adapter, GoPro mod adapter, that has a better built-in audio process, but it won't fit this camera because I got the GoPro 6. So I'd have to bump up to the 8, I believe, to get the GoPro mod, and that's about $300. So, you know, not real worried about that. I think I have another solution for my audio, which is going to be an external audio recorder where I just put that in my pocket or somewhere in the bike, probably in my pocket, you know, and then run the audio cable from that to my helmet with a little pop mic, you know, and then so I'll record my audio track as I'm riding, which will be a lot of fun because I would much rather do commentary when I'm riding because that's kind of where it's at. You know, you're in the moment then, and you're riding around, and you're thinking of these things when you're riding. So it's kind of hard to do the audio after the fact, even though I don't mind it, and it's a quiet environment, and I can control my audio this way. But I do want to get it in the helmet. So yeah, I'm just investigating these little, you know, you've seen them, like where you take a lecture and stuff and you record. It's like a little mini audio device that records sound. Yeah, so I got some in my list here in Amazon, kind of weighing like how much do I want to spend on this and try. So I think that, you know, that'll be a good solution. But anyway, yes, thank you guys. Keep the comments coming. This was a quick short test video of the windscreen, the key fob revelation, and the quality of the video. So that's about it. I'll catch you guys next time and then go for a little bit longer ride in the future, but hope you enjoyed it. And again, let me know on the feedback how the video looks and if it's any better, okay? Thanks guys, have a great day.